Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that.
What is up, Titans Nation? Welcome in to the 615. It's your host, Lee Hillis, and you see our two other amigos over here, Tyler King and Jay Murph. What's up, gentlemen?
What's up, brother?
How you doing today, friend?
I'm good. But let's give a quick shout out to our partners over at SeatGeek. You can use our code 615podcast. That is 615 PODCAST at checkout for $20 off your first order of $50 or more on SeatGeek.com and on the SeatGeek app. Well, it is a new era of Titans football. As tomorrow, the Titans fans will be introduced to our new GM, Mike Borgonzi.
You called it the whole way, Lee. I gotta give you your props.
Yes, I did.
And he did. Let's go. Let's give it to him. He did. I kind of thought it was going to be Sullivan, but hey, whatever.
Hey, you called your shot too. Vrabel's in New England.
Hey, I did call that, but yeah.
I'm the only one that looks like an idiot these days.
Hey, it's all good.
But things are a little fishy. Something smells a little fishy in Nashville right now. Tyler?
I don't I honestly can tell you, I'm not a big conspiracy guy, but I'm gonna throw in my tinfoil hat here. Things aren't adding up. We've experienced a lot as Titans fans. This is kind of new for us on this aspect of things being held so secretive. And I guess you go ahead and get into it, Lee. I don't want to say too much until you show the clips and stuff, but let's just kind of get into it.
But Kayla Anderson tweeted out at almost 3 p.m. Eastern, so it would have been 2 p.m. Central. Titans new GM Mike Borgonzi presser set for 11 a.m. tomorrow. That is 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern. Chad Brinker will be available to us to speak to. However, this will be for a quote-only session. No video or audio for air/posting.
I just don't get it. I mean, it's not so weird that like I'm talking like aircraft creating hurricanes type weird,
exactly.
but it's weird.
No,
like it's
exactly.
weird. Like why?
It's not like chemtrails. I get it.
Right. I just don't understand. Like,
Or
maybe it is the reaction to Rand Carthon, like you said, where we went overboard last time, and so we're trying.
Or I could go into the eating our dogs.
The what? The what?
Have you not? You know from the debate, they're eating our dogs. They're eating our animals.
Oh! He's talking. No, that got people hurt. We won't round that one in,
but his career as an executive has been surrounded with one team.
Jersey Mike's and Subway is not on this though.
Dude,
did he work for Jersey
I
Mike's?
had to do it. No,
looks like that his dad is. Mike Borgonzi, he looks like his dad is the leader of the freaking mafia.
Oh yeah, oh my god, it does. Did you see like that AI picture of him with like the cigar and like somebody whispering into his ear like he was the Godfather?
Yeah.
Are we going with let Borgonzi bake? Is that what the whole J Rob We Trust is?
I ain't saying shit
until he does something. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm so out. Like, we can point out that there's probably nobody watching this because nobody watched the Titans games this year. So
We'll get
we,
into
we
that.
were the
Yeah,
worst
yeah.
viewership. Was that the last week of the season, or was that the whole year on
The whole year. We were
That was the
worst.
whole year.
5 point.
Congratulations, Titans fans! You couldn't even watch the games.
Yeah,
I understand.
yeah. It was it. I sent that today when I was at work on my break. Actually, to you guys, it was 5.1 million. Everybody else had like 26.
The
25.
Cowboys, who
the
missed
Cowboys
the
who were
playoffs, were number
great
2,
ass, like
22
exactly.
something. Nuts. Anyway,
So, Mike Borgonzi's career as an executive, 2007, 2008, assistant recruiting coordinator at Boston College. Then he makes the jump to the NFL in 2009. Administrator of college scouting, manager of football operations for Kansas City in 2010, pro scout 2011, 2012 for Kansas City, assistant director of pro scouting 2013 to 2014 for KC, director of player personnel for Kansas City 2015 to 2017, director of football ops 2018 to 2020 for Kansas City. And he's been the assistant GM for the last 3 years. So, do you trust the whole Borgonzi thing right now?
well, what this tells me is I should, because this guy, I thought the Chiefs were the worst team in the entirety of America when I was, in that 2009 through 2013 era. And like, he's been there the whole time. He's watched this team go from nothing to what it is now. He knows more than us.
And this man went from a team that had a chance to contend for a three-peat to the number 1 overall pick.
That's true. What were you going to say, Tyler?
So here's kind of like the thing I'm getting into as I see this. Everybody knows this is like on paper, this is a great hire.
Absolutely. Yeah. Best one that we have the option for, and
So-
that's saying something.
And yeah, so Lee just said it though. You're going from the Kansas City Chiefs, who already have a controversy around them about the refs, X, Y, and Z, all of this stuff, right? And then he's going to be like, in sync, bye to the worst team in the NFL. Red flags. It's like when you're
Why?
dating somebody, red flags.
Why? He's got 2 chips.
No, but okay. So let me tell you this. Here's the thing, though.
3.
He's got
You're
3.
right.
So
You're right.
Here's what I'm getting to, though. You're gonna do that on one. If I'm in his shoes, if you're gonna do that, you're coming to this team for one thing. You're gonna have full control, which Lee is about to pull up some stuff on that. You're gonna have full control. I'm gonna have say in everything down to the trainers on the field, everything down to. Everything. That's what a GM should do, right? Go ahead.
If I'm coming to an organization and the only thing they've asked me to do in my role as a GM is the thing that I love about the sport, which is in control of scouting, in control of the game day roster, in control of things like that, which on the A to Z report by Callahan, he did say that was more what it was leaning towards being.
Right.
Then I want that.
Okay.
I would jump at that.
But with the Titans, and Lee has some quotes he's about to pull up, is that the case? That's what makes this whole. Yeah, exactly. We all don't know. That's the thing. What makes it more sketchy is Lee, get into this actually, and then I'll say my piece after this.
This is kind of what we were talking about, because this is a little contradictory to what I read on. I think he had a 90-minute sit down. It might have been Easton Freeze that had a 90-minute sit down with Callahan.
Yeah. So this was yesterday, guys. Just so everybody's clear, this was yesterday's report.
This was a little over 24 hours ago. Albert Brewer of Sports Illustrated dropped his Monday morning quarterback article. SI reported some outstanding nuggets regarding the Titans' process to appoint Borgonzi. Borgonzi will oversee coaching, scouting, sports medicine, sports performance, and player development, and have final say on the roster.
Real quick. This is what I was just saying. This was yesterday, though, guys. We just found out a little bit over an hour ago. Like, right as my girl was making dinner, I figured this out. This right here was yesterday. But what he's going to play this right here was today. But what I would to make my point, what I was saying from yesterday, if that was the case, Josh, absolutely, no wonder he would come here. But then you get this, and then I'm thinking his record with that team, with the Chiefs, with all the championships. How, if this is the case now, which Lee's about to get into, why would you come here after? You get what I'm saying, Josh?
It may be a title thing. It may be I trust Chad Brinker to make football decisions because I'm an idiot. Signed Amy Adams Strunk, and he may be the de facto owner. You know, like the guy in charge of all that. And he may be filling that role because we haven't heard from him.
Exactly.
So this was released at 6:13 Eastern, 5:13 Central from Paul Kaharski from the Policy Manual for Member Clubs. This role with the Titans belongs to Mike Borgonzi, but he reports to Chad Brinker, who reports to Amy Adams Strunk.
He must have really.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, if this is the case, I just don't understand, Lee. You know, it's like, why would he come here if he's not? The only reason I could think that man comes here if he's going to have full control of all the shit, everything.
And there was something that Josh said before the show, the dividing of power, basically.
Well, that's what that came straight from the Easton Freeze article, which I did just send you guys. And he basically said it. He said, you know, the GM position has become too advanced for one guy to
handle.
And so they divided it. You know, there's a guy ideally in this structure that controls just the front office and the business aspect,
which is what Brinker would do.
Right. And then your
GM would handle the field stuff.
Would handle everything that has to do with the field, all the way down to the grass. You know, I think that's just, and Callahan kind of alluded to it, that he feels that is where a lot more teams are going to go. And this is all Easton Freeze's reporting. He did a 90-minute sit-down exclusive with Brian Callahan, and I have to give him his. That's
a lot, too. 90 minutes. That's
insane. Congratulations to him, really.
Seriously, like, if that was us, we'd be like,
geez, right. Honestly.
So the question is, shall we get into some Bears?
We got to. So can I kind of talk him up a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you can take this one.
Bring him in.
This next segment is really important to me just because of all the shit I've talked over the last 28 years of my life to this particular individual. He's put up with me for so long, and honestly, he's one of my best friends in the whole world. But he's going to come on and talk about the Ben Johnson hiring up in Chicago. If he's ready, you want to bring on Tay?
My guy, what's up,
dude?
That was a great introduction. I love it.
So what do you think, man? You didn't want Arthur Smith after all that?
Oh, no, bro. We're lit. I think we're pretty good where we're at. I think we are pretty good where we're at. Yeah, dude came to Hallis Hall today. As soon as he walked in the door, it was straight energy. I love it. I saw it. I'm more excited for that than I am a lot of things going on in Nashville. Yeah, it was good energy. That was the best I've ever seen it in there. I've never seen so many people that happy in there. Division champs, Super Bowl. Oh yeah, for sure. That's on the list. But I ain't gonna be crazy and say next year. Although you see them Commanders, it could be. You never know. But at the same time, could be. I'm just looking forward to consistent winning seasons, dog. Lee, you got some questions for my guy here?
I was going to ask you what about Eddie George? Coming and interviewing.
Hey, bring him. He can come too. He can come too. He may not be the head coach, but he can come. Bring him. He's coming from TSU too. He's coming from right around the corner.
But let's be real. Let's be real with one thing. You know you wanted Vrabel. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. You know you wanted Vrabel. You know you wanted Vrabel. Yeah. Don't lie to me, dude. Don't lie to me.
I don't think I would have been mad at it. I don't think I would have been mad. I think at one point I was like, yeah, because I really didn't think Ben Johnson was going to come because I felt like the Bears never get the best anything. So, like, that was always kind of like a pipe dream in a way. But I'm like, Mike Vrabel, that seems more realistic. That seems more like up our alley, too. What's the pulse in Chicago right now? Oh, it's lit. It's lit. They're live right now. There's like a small fraction of people, I think, wanted Mike McCarthy for some weird reason. Like
I was
over
just
him.
fixing to ask about Mike McCarthy.
Yeah. I told Josh I wouldn't have been mad at it too because he'd be winning and going to the playoffs. And I'm just like, at this point, that's all I want.
So let me ask you this. I'll correlate this to the Titans. So the Bears franchise, you've been a lifelong fan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Bears franchise, normally a defensive team, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we were strictly just a running team, and we had a very boring style of offense. So now that you guys have an actual OC that just was with the Lions, which obviously was a high-powered offense.
Yeah.
We had the same feeling with Callahan this year.
We did.
So how do you feel about that? Just like speak on that a little bit. Like, how do you actually feel about like, hey, are we going to see a different Bears team?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty confident, and I can see how y'all felt that about Callahan, but I don't think y'all feel the same about Levis of how we feel about Caleb Williams. So
that's fair.
I feel like that.
Well,
I feel like
Levis is garbage.
You know,
Right.
Levis, he might be looking, for a new home soon. Who knows? But hey, I was rooting for the kid, dog. I was rooting for the kid.
We were too. I was wearing jerseys.
We were.
Jersey.
Except week 1. I was not rooting for him week 1.
Oh yeah. Well,
Y'all got off to a hot start versus. Y'all got off to a hot start. Josh was texting me. He was pretty confident around halftime. He was pretty confident around halftime, but he was humble. He was humble because he still know we both of our teams have been terrible and have traumatized us in the past. So he still knew that there was a chance we would come through, and we did.
Over under. I know you're a gambling guy, so over under on the amount of games the offense doesn't score a touchdown in next year.
Over or under for what, the Bears?
Yeah, for the Bears on how many games they don't score a touchdown. No, I'm asking you. What's the over under on the Bears not scoring a touchdown offensively in the game next year? Because they didn't score a touchdown against us, and y'all still won. So
I would say play 8 games.
If we would have punted every play, we would have beat y'all.
Yeah, every play in the second half, we would have actually beat the Bears.
Yeah, man. I think Will Levis, he just decided to be with us that day.
Yeah, he gave y'all more touchdowns than he gave us.
But I don't know. I would say I would give it 2.
2?
I say.
That's of course without looking at a schedule or anything. You're just putting a number out. Right?
Do you think the Bears are going to start putting up like 41 points now?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, eventually for sure. Eventually, I wouldn't say we're going to do it immediately first game, depending on who we're playing. That is, but yeah, eventually for sure it's going to come to that.
So on your way out here, I'll ask you a couple questions. So one, which one of those 3? What's your starting 2 receivers next year?
DJ Moore and Roman Dunze, for sure.
So Keenan Allen's gone. So we're not doing.
I just seen something that said he might be on the way out, but I also seen something maybe about
future Titan, Keenan Allen.
Hey, y'all have.
We love that. Hey, we love those veterans.
Y'all about to say y'all have a weird connection. Y'all have a weird connection with those receivers that are looking for a place to
like Andre
retire.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with like an older player, man.
Nashville's a good retirement city, I hear, for those athletes, you know.
Nissan Stadium, the retirement home.
It's pretty smooth around here, you know. But I think there's a 50-50 chance. I feel like the last game or second to last game of the season, or maybe even after the season ended, in the little exit interview, I think he said it's either Chicago or back with the Chargers for him. But who knows? Anything can happen. You know,
we ain't going back to the Chargers, man. Come on.
Yeah, people are very emotional right after the day after a losing season. You'll say anything, you know.
So what's Robert Pohl or what's your GM?
Brian Poles.
Brian Poles.
What's Brian Poles' relationship with Mike Borgonzi?
With who?
Our new GM. Basically Chiefs. What's his relationship with the Chiefs?
Y'all got the Chiefs assistant. I haven't read into that. I don't know what their relationship is. I'm sure they have one though.
Did you guys ever have like any trades with the Chiefs?
Lee thinks it's the mafia. I mean,
not during our time. No. I think. What did he say? What did he say?
I said Lee thinks it's the mafia. We got to be careful with saying that.
Yeah, bro. It's something about those former Chiefs people, whether it's players or
I
front
know.
office. We
Watch-
have one ourselves. We had a former chief offensive coordinator as our coach. You see how that went?
Nagy.
Nagy.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot. He's back
But
there
we
now.
had Nagy before Poles, though. So it's like, I think, Poles had nothing to do with Nagy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I wanted y'all to get our assistant GM.
Ian
'cause
Cunningham. I was
like-
going to ask you about that.
Yeah, I feel like that was gonna open up the alleyway for us to get my guy. Who have I been saying, Josh?
Oh, he's been wanting Jeff Simmons so bad.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. I feel like if y'all would have got Ian
fired.
because
Hey,
Josh
time
knows
out,
there's
time
a
out.
track record between the Bears and former Titans players. We get a lot of them for some reason.
Okay,
So
well-
I wouldn't mind if that was one of them.
I bet you wouldn't. Go ahead, Tyler.
Hold on just for a second, though. You said it's not going to happen. Don't
Sorry.
be surprised.
Don't do this.
No, I'm going to do it. Don't be surprised. Landry and Simmons, don't be surprised if either one of them get traded. I'm just saying.
Hey, we already got Byard over here. We already got Byard.
Which I didn't
All
expect.
right, that's enough
either.
for me, Tay. Have a good night.
Oh, get out of here, Josh. Like, I'm just saying. Don't be surprised.
But yeah, man. I'm looking forward to next season for sure. Definitely should be better than this past season.
I love it. You ready for me to send him
How
on
are
his
y'all?
way
How
so
are
he can
y'all feeling about y'all's off-season changes so far?
You can hang out. Tay, you can hang out with us as long as
Yeah,
you want.
I
you're
got a few
good.
more minutes. I
was about to say, you're good to hang with us. Go ahead, Lee. What's your take on our off season?
Well, I'm glad to see Colt Anderson's probably no longer special teams coordinator because our special teams was hot garbage.
Thank you.
We got Dallas as special teams coach.
You got whose?
We got Dallas. Dallas is special teams coach, which he's like a legendary special teams coach. So this is good for us.
Okay. We love a good special teams coach. Special teams, special players.
There you go. What else you got, Lee?
About the Titans,
We're all pretty depressed right now, for being honest.
Yeah.
I'll just say it for all of us. Honestly, and this is not a good thing. Actually, when you're got a manager that doesn't know what he's doing, and it just in general.
Yeah. Definitely.
I know you do. You come from the same world. We always like to bring back references like this, but honestly, it's we have no mission statement right now. We don't know what we're doing. What is your mission statement? I don't know. None of us even. We don't even know if our new GM is going to even have any take on the actual first round pick we have. So the answer is we don't know.
I want to ask y'all about that.
No, I want to ask you about that.
The door to Nashville. The door to Nashville.
You lost Tyler. Tyler's out. He just quit the pod.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bring Shador to Nashville.
I'll tell you right now, if that does happen, I'll take it off right now. I literally.
Shador or Travis. I want y'all to get Shador or Travis.
Why don't you just bring Dion with you? We'll just take the whole.
Cam Ward.
I'll
Cam
take.
Ward's
Hold
the
on.
only
Might as well.
quarterback
Dion. Jerry Jones is really trying to get Dion to go to them Cowboys. It's looking like he might have a chance.
We would.
How
love
about
for
them
that to
Cowboys?
happen. We would love for that to happen because that means that they're going to try to move up to get Shador, and we're going to posture like we're going to take it.
What we need to do is trade back, and it's not what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you, if Borgonzi does have pick power, like yesterday said, now today it's saying he's not. It's which is it? You say one thing, you mean another thing. What kind of what are we going on? What's going on here? So the way I'm looking at it, but if he does have control because of Pat Mahomes and what he has seen with the Chiefs, don't be surprised. I'm calling it now. We get Cam Ward, and then we get in free agency a veteran quarterback, and we make Cam sit just like they did Mahomes. And everybody's going to be like, why would we get him first and then not do? And then he comes on halfway through the season, maybe. Exactly.
How do you feel about Justin Fields being that QB?
I would love it. Actually.
So
I've been selling them on that all the whole time, so they're sold.
I've been hearing reports the last 3 or 4 days. Pittsburgh might think I think people in Pittsburgh think that Fields is their guy right now.
They should think that.
And that Russ could hit the market.
They should think that. Could you imagine?
Boy.
Yeah, I know.
JF1. I still got love Fields.
For the record, Tay, you're one of those Chicago fans that didn't necessarily love them getting rid of Justin Fields. You love Caleb Williams.
Originally, when we first got the number 1 pick, I said to trade it. I didn't even think twice.
So he could be hot in Pittsburgh. I think if they let him go, it'll be a mistake. Now the shot I called. So Tay, how much would you pay for Justin Fields in the open market right now per year?
Compared to other QB contracts, probably about $15 million.
Okay, that's right in between what you and I said. You said 10, I said 20. So Lee and I had this debate a couple weeks ago about how much he would pay.
I don't know, man. I feel like he's getting better with passing as time goes on. It may be marginally each season, but you can tell he's getting better. And he's going to be top 5 rushing QB every season.
I mean, did they want him just to play Lamar because he's like a similar style? Like, go ahead.
That's literally where I was going to go with that. Like, I love that type of quarterback. I think every team needs it right now that is weaker on the offensive line side. And on the right side of that line, we're trash. Having somebody that could break the script and still make something happen.
Yeah, bro.
Amazing.
Thanks for Nate Davis.
Anyway,
Nate Davis went to the Bears after he left the Titans, and he was god awful for them, and they did not try to run the ball nearly as much as we did. So you can imagine how that went.
I would bring him back to replace Radens.
You do what?
I would bring back Nate Davis to replace Radens.
Tyler, you said something that had intelligence to it. What was it?
No, I was just saying. Actually, right when I was at Kane Prime back in the day, I should quit saying back in the day because it wasn't that long ago. But he rolled up in one of the nicest, my favorite vehicle of all time, Ford Raptor. And I parked his Ford Raptor, and he was great. Tipped all my guys good. Like, he was a really good dude. So he was really nice to us. This was his rookie year, though. So I am dating myself with that. But
you never told me that. I told you I met
I Kane Prime, dude. Marcus Mariota used to take the whole offensive line, Lawan, all of them.
Oh, he lived down in the Gulch. That makes
sense. Yeah, you know how we are with that stuff. We don't like to like.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
So
much.
Yeah.
So
Cam Ward is who y'all want.
100%. I'd rather have Cam Ward over Shador.
I don't want either one of them, honestly. I want to.
I'd rather have a dual Carter.
I don't know if it would.
I don't want him at one.
But I'd rather trade back and get somebody like a bridge quarterback. But the way it's looking with Borgonzi, if Borgonzi has control, like I said,
if he has his way,
we're getting Cam Ward. But
because he's that Mahomes-esque.
Exactly. But I think what we should do is actually draft Cam Ward, but don't start him right away. Get him honestly, and I know Josh will hate to hear it. I don't even care if it is Jacoby Brissett. I don't care who it is. But
if that's your plan, I'm fine with it.
Somebody like in some way, make him. Don't just draft a number 1 pick and think that, hey, I'm gonna go start. We as Titans fans,
y'all gonna get Kirk Cousins.
We as Titans fans, we have to start. This is a quote that I've heard many times. The exception is not the rule. What I mean is Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow. I won't even say CJ Stroud now because
he fell off a little. He's still good though. He still took his team to the playoffs.
Look at Anthony Richardson this year. Do we want Cam to come in and be Anthony Richardson?
Their comps aren't the same, dude. Cam Ward had one of the highest QBRs.
Yeah, that's great. I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, as Titans fans, because we're also to jump to, well, look what this did. Okay, Patrick Mahomes, great quarterback, right? Did not start. Josh Allen did not start. Jordan Love for the Packers did not start. Look what they're doing now. Lamar Jackson did not start. Look what we just watched 2 of them the other night. I mean, we have to stop as Titans fans as like
Jalen Hurts didn't start.
I mean, the list can go on, but I'm just saying everybody that I just named is top quarterback, one of the top tier quarterbacks in the league. So I think we have to. Well, I think whoever we draft, we can't rush him.
Are you going to try to make an argument for Shedeur Sanders?
I like him. I think he'll put Nashville on the map.
Why?
Yeah. Social media wise.
Yeah, and I feel like
that's it though. But
I feel like people are gonna want to play with him, and I feel like he'll also bring free agents because people like him. I feel like his dad's kind of respected through the league.
Dude, I actually almost disagree with you on that. To be honest with you, I think a lot of people are sick of the antics and the shit. To be honest, that's my opinion.
I think maybe the fans are, but not the players. The players like the swagger. They like the fact that he'll
to an
carries
extent,
it wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Hey, I feel like he works probably just as hard as any of the other quarterbacks in there. As long as he's working, I don't care about all the rest of the stuff. As long as you're out there on the field and it's translating, do what you want.
Yeah.
Your dad is Deion Sanders, prime time. You have no other choice but to be how you are, bro. You literally have no other choice. Look at who your dad is. And he has literally excelled. Like, compare him to Bronny. Bronny, everyone's saying he got everything handed to him. And LeBron is the GOAT. Shedeur, I don't think anyone is saying, like, he's getting his status handed to him. I feel like he is, like, earned it from transferring to Colorado. They won, like, 1 game before they got there.
Yeah, but where's
Dude's
Bron?
literally transformed that whole program around with Shedeur as a quarterback. Now, do I feel like him having a different coach might affect
settle him down?
No, hinder him.
Yeah, Actually, Lee, I liked what you just said right there.
Yeah, because he's been coached by Deion the entire time, but who knows? That also might
it'll give him another outlook.
It could, yeah.
And that might tap into a whole nother side of him.
Where's Bronny now?
Bronny's in Los Angeles. He's on the G.
He's playing with Bron when he should have been. He should still be in college hooping because he's not good enough to be in the NBA right now. But Bron wanted to play with his son, so he got.
He's in the G League.
He's in the G League.
He's in the G League, but he's already played with Bron. Like he's already played.
Preseason, but preseason NBA doesn't matter.
No. He played a regular season game.
Yeah,
but your point's heard.
A short clip of video.
And he's in the G League. He's in the G League because he's not good. That's what I'm saying. He should have been in college.
That's what I'm saying.
The only reason he's on the Lakers is because Bron wanted to play with him, and Bron controls the whole NBA. So
I was just confused on the comparison to Shedeur and
it's
Bronny.
an anti-comparison.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm not crazy.
He was saying Bronny got it handed to him, or that's the word on the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying Shedeur has outshined the light of his dad. I feel like people respect Shedeur as his own person. Bronny, as much as Bron has tried to push the media to respect Bronny as his own person and player, he has not earned that. He has not. He didn't win anything at USC. He was hurt. He almost died on the court.
Heart attack. I forgot.
Much respect to him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a terrible thing to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
But on the, he's not. He ain't achieved nothing. Bronny's there. Because of Bron. We all know.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Exactly.
It's okay. It's okay. I feel like, honestly, if Shedeur wasn't good, he wouldn't make it. You know what I'm saying? Because of Deion. And he definitely wouldn't be in the top 10. Like, I feel like if he would have tried to go to the league last year, he would have been like 4th or 5th round. And he's now he's considered a unanimous top 5, top 10 pick right now.
So, shall we bring Tay in on Pick'em this week?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Tay, you got a few minutes?
What's that?
I don't know.
For championship weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Kansas City at Buffalo at KC. We're going to start with Tay on this. Who do you have?
As a betting man, it's hard to go against KC. And Josh Allen, he's been getting an absurd amount of rushing touchdown as of late, but even that last game against the Ravens, I felt like the Ravens lost it. I don't think Josh Allen won it. So
I agree with you.
I feel like, to beat the Chiefs, you got to go out and win it. And I'm not saying that Josh Allen can't, but from what I just seen, I would side with the Chiefs, especially after seeing Travis Kelce last game, I'm saying, oh yeah, they're back in rare form.
It's not like the Bills have ever lost 4 straight big games or anything.
Murph?
You know,
I'm gonna go with the Bills. I think Josh Allen breaks through. I think he breaks the curse. I think he takes the MVP, and I think he's Super Bowl MVP this year.
TK?
I would like to see the Bills, but realistically, the Chiefs probably do get it just because that's how this season's gone.
D-Hop touchdown to win the game.
I mean, to be honest, the way that I'm feeling about things right now, probably. Who knows? I mean, and it'll be the same way like as the Super Bowl was last year, the little dump pass or some shit.
It's 3-1 Kansas City. Because I'm taking KC too, because of the pick implications for the Titans in the Hop trade. If Kansas City makes the Super Bowl,
actually, that's a great point.
That 5th round pick turns into a 4th.
I thought that was void because he didn't reach the 55% that he needed in playing time.
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll put it out there and just put it into the universe. Maybe it'll work out. So okay.
And then the NFC Championship, Washington at Philly. Starting with K again.
I'm going to go with Philly. Jaden Daniels is having an outstanding run, but Saquon Barkley is like next level. So
yeah,
it's kind of hard to go against him and Jalen Hurts right now. And you got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith doing their thing still. So you have to go with Philly on this one.
So actually, I want to go ahead and say this. So Saturday night, me and Angela, my girl, we were out downtown Nashville at a place that was like, pretty hype, right?
Mm-hmm.
As the kids say nowadays.
As the kids say.
And the reason I'm saying that is because a kid that looked like a frat boy, literally 3 or 4 of them, one kid especially, turned, the band is playing and it's, how downtown Nashville is, it's like crazy and stuff. The band is playing, and I swear this kid, and I'm getting closer to the screen just so y'all can see, no matter what's going on around him, his face was like this, watching the Commanders Lions game going.
I couldn't believe the Lions lost.
So I mouthed to him, I said, "Did you?" And he went, "Yeah," and I went, "I'm so sorry." Needless to say, he was on the stage like a couple minutes later, just obliterated. But he wasn't the only one. A lot of people were looking at it. It was like nobody could believe it. So what I'm trying to say, Lee, is I honestly think the Eagles take it strictly only because of Saquon, and that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Commanders. I think it's been magical. Dan Quinn's been there before. And the Eagles are fading.
So, Commanders.
I see your face, Tay.
Did you not see what Saquon just did? He just had 200 yards.
This is the ultimate team sport. Saquon is one man.
Hey. And it is a tie.
You ever met Bobby Wagner?
I just witnessed the video of Bobby Wagner getting trucked by Baker Mayfield a couple weeks ago.
So it is a tie on this game.
He slipped.
Philly 2, Commanders 2.
Glad we could be on the same page for once.
I am taking the Commanders. Jaden Daniels, there is something special in Washington right now. There is something special going on in Washington. And this defense is too tough, in my opinion, because if you look at the series, and during the season, they split.
Oh, they're rivals. I forgot. They're in the NFC
East.
East. They're in the NFC East together. The North of the Bears, my bad.
So that is it for Pick'em for the week. Is there anything we want to add with Tay?
No. Tay, you ready to hop on off, brother? Or you want to hang on?
Yeah, I get on out of here, man. Thanks for having me, dog. It was fun.
Dude, I love having you.
Definitely open to doing it again. I had a good time, y'all. So
Thanks for coming on, dude. It was
For
awesome.
sure.
We
Good
were
luck
stoked.
next
We were
season
hyped.
on all y'all's Titan endeavors.
Thank you.
We're
For
gonna need it.
sure.
Good
have
luck
a
to
good
you
one.
and yours. See you,
Thank
brother.
you. Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Love that. Thanks for letting me do that, guys. That was cool.
That was great.
So I told Tyler and Murph that we were going to do this. League-wide awards, NFL-based. Offensive Rookie of the Year. You cannot go anywhere but Jaden Daniels, in my opinion.
Mm-mm.
Defensive Rookie. There were a few places you could go. You could have went Jared Verse.
That's my guy.
I went Quinyon Mitchell, corner out of Philadelphia.
That's fair.
Offensive Player of the Year, Jamar Chase.
I disagree.
How
there.
can you go against someone who's leading the league in receptions and touchdowns and receiving touchdowns?
So your MVP is Barkley, and then you have left off the list Derrick Henry and Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
And Mahomes.
Mahomes wasn't that good this year.
Agreed.
Defensive Player of the Year. I went back-to-back. Bengals. Jamar Chase, offensive player. Trey Hendrickson, defensive player. He's leading the league in sacks this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's as fair an answer as any, I think.
Coach of the
there's
Year.
other places you can go.
Coach of the Year. I did not have this like this in the group chat. I said Dan with the big balls, Dan Campbell.
Dan with the
I'm
big
still
balls.
gonna say Dan Quinn for that though, man.
He could be in there. Dan Quinn,
Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell. There's a few others.
Kevin O'Connell.
Kevin O'Connell. He just got an extension today. And then
Maybe Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles did well. I don't think he was the sole purpose. He's further down the list for me.
But
yeah,
comeback player. The reason I went this guy, the doctor said that he would probably never play football again.
He had a heart attack. Dude was dead.
But he came back.
Pick, by the way,
he came back, and I think he's leading the league in interceptions.
He's not. He's not leading in interceptions. But I told Lee the other day on the phone, I was like, before you came along, Josh, he said this at the beginning of the year, and I was like, dude, you can't. I do understand like the medical stuff. It's a beautiful story. But then I started watching Bills games. I was like, this dude, every game I watch is getting a pick. And so I texted him. I was like, once again, Lee, you're right. You'd have to give it to him now. The MVP, me and you agree. Josh disagrees.
Saquon, I think Saquon's the offensive player of the year, and I think that your MVP is Josh Allen. That's just me.
I would even give it to Lamar, even though they just lost over.
Sure, you can flip a coin between Allen and Lamar, but
the way I look at it, the MVP is the same way some people look at the Heisman. If you take that player off that team, what's that team look like?
The Bills are not a playoff team.
No,
exactly.
And
the same thing
Eagles
with.
are.
I think if you take Saquon out of that backfield. I think if you take Saquon out of that backfield,
if AJ Brown catch one pass for 10 yards and they won a game. You have AJ. You just the blasphemy of that statement. You want to make the argument that Saquon makes that team? Nah, whatever.
Have you seen this? I mean, I'm just saying.
Being great does not mean that just because
all of these awards have already been decided.
That game is different, though. Like that game and a lot of other games. That game that we watched recently and more this year, if Saquon doesn't break these big runs, that team is not winning a lot of games. They're
playing a different style of football.
Yeah.
They didn't look like this last year. They were throwing 1,000 passes.
Well, that's also the Kellen Moore effect. Receivers. That's also the Kellen Moore effect.
Hashtag Will Bowling, by the way.
Yes.
Doppelganger.
So I wanted to end the show with this. What to do at one?
You want to end the show with like the thing that could be the whole show.
Yeah,
I love it.
What to do at number one? Do you draft Cam Ward, or do you trade back and get extra capital?
We just went over this.
Exactly.
It's so great.
I mean,
but I think
it
the trade
depends
back
on
option.
what is Borgonzi going to be in control over? Like what?
If it's Brinker, you're trading back. If it's Borgonzi, you're drafting Ward.
I don't know, man. Brinker might get Ward too, though. Honestly, I don't know, but I will say this:
if Borgonzi has any input,
I agree.
You get Ward.
I do agree with that, Lee.
But Tyler and I, we've been throwing things around for the off season, and Tyler and I, we've both came to the decision, Josh, you don't have to be involved in this if you don't want to.
You haven't told Josh.
I was going to say, can I know what I'm not agreeing to?
Sunday.
Watch party next weekend, or this coming weekend. NFC Championship.
Come on, Marcus is on the team, even though he's the backup. We're gonna have to do it.
It looks like he may be down.
I gotta check the schedule, but yes, I would.
Yeah, I still have to check. Hey, this is not a for sure thing. I still gotta kind of work out a couple.
I'll still do it. I'll still do it if neither of y'all do it.
Fair enough.
I will. We'll work it out, Lee. I'll
be
there. I might show up a little late, but I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll send a link to both y'all. But I'm doing this thing one way or another.
See if Jaden is going to be able to do
615 podcast. At least one of three pieces of Exodia will be there on Sunday.
I'll be there.
Exactly.
I'm just going to be late.
At I'll say 2:45 Eastern.
Yeah,
1:45 Central.
Yeah,
we'll launch because game starts at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah,
2 p.m. Central. We're going to start after this next week. We're going to start building the big board.
Oh, I'm so excited about this. By the way, anybody that, if you know Lee, he is all about this draft as well. I am too, but I'm so excited for the big board, Lee. I'm so pumped up for it.
When's senior week? When's Senior Bowl?
Next weekend.
I love that. That's what I thought. Okay.
It's next weekend. Yeah. And then we're going to start mock drafts after the Super Bowl.
I love this.
Oh,
that's a few things to look forward to. We have a few irons in the fire.
We gotta get some people commenting, subscribing more often, especially on our YouTube. If you got players you want us to look at on the big board, you gotta put it in the comments.
Absolutely, and definitely just subscribe.
Go ahead and subscribe while you're at it.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button.
That helps us out a lot, and we'll keep bringing you guys content. Definitely for sure. Anybody that has anything to say about just anything at all, please comment. Let us know.
Yeah,
I mean, heck, we're all just fans, and the guy I had on, Tay, he's just a buddy of mine. Like,
yeah,
you can wind up over here talking Titans with us if you want, or whatever team.
And if you have somebody like a player that you want to see on here, or anybody,
absolutely,
throw in the comments, and we'll try to get irons in the fire with them.
We'll do our best.
Like we have a few irons in the fire with a few names.
Yeah,
that everybody's going to know.
I'm saying Keith Bullock. I'm trying to manifest that.
Keith Bullock,
come on, man. We really
I put a poll right now. Eddie George is leading the way.
That'll be a tough one to pull off, but let's do it. Let's go for it.
Well,
Tyler.
I am in talks with Kevin Dyson and Blaine Bishop to get them on soon, so we can have them on as well. Both were on the Super Bowl team, so it'd be a good little. I'm trying to get them on both at the same time because that would be clutch.
That would be cool. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
I may reach out to D Mace.
Yeah, just whoever. We'll reach out to whoever if you guys want to hear from a Titan old, a Titan new. It's the off season. Let's try to make it happen. Throw a name in the comments.
Harry Douglas.
That
That would be
Where-
cool.
That was
Go
the
get Terry.
most random.
We can get Harry Douglas. And
Little biscuits. Little biscuits.
That was the most random name to throw
Name.
out.
Harry's cool, man. You ever follow his Twitter account? The dude's
I
so
don't,
funny.
but
Yeah.
that's great.
Love to
Nate
have that
Washington. Nate
He's cool,
Washington.
too. Dude,
Yeah,
he for whatever
yeah.
reason he loves the Titans, and he spent most of his career on the Steelers.
Doctor
too.
Doom.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom.
I don't know.
Robert Brazil.
Oh, you're
Houston
going way
Oilers?
back. Yeah, you're going.
Oh
way
yeah, we're
back.
going
That would
back.
be cool.
I mean, most
That
of
would
the
be
people
cool.
we're going back.
I may try to see if I can get Mike Holston back on, who was a receiver back when they were in Houston.
We'll look into whoever.
He's told me go back because y'all can go look back and find that sit down. He told a story about Earl Campbell, the first time he ever met Earl Campbell, which it was pretty hilarious.
I bet that was surreal to meet somebody you knew was going to be great.
Yeah.
But is there anything we want to add to this show?
No, it was a great show. I had a great time. It's gonna be good.
Looking forward to some really cool things in the year 2025.
Absolutely.
Well, Titans fans, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Stay classy and tighten up.
Tighten up! Let's get tightened up! Tightened up!